back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. And if you're not new here, just welcome. I hope you guys are all doing well. I've been posting a lot because I'm bored as shit. So I don't know about you guys, but I am staying home. We have not been on a forced quarantine, but we are self-quarantining. That's the word, right? Self-quarantining. Because we don't want to spread this and we want to help not spread this. And we also have a baby in the house that was newborn, and we just want to make sure he stays healthy and doesn't get sick. Because of the fact that he was newborn, he's actually a lot smaller than he's supposed to be. So our pediatrician has just recommended that we keep him inside, and we just make sure to keep him nice and healthy as possible, because he is kind of immune compromised with the fact that he is still so tiny. He is 15 months old, but he is so small. He's just a little guy. So we're just doing our best to keep him in the house and keep him safe and sane. They're eating breakfast right now, so you might hear them. And while they're eating breakfast, I thought I'd hurry and do my makeup and talk to you guys. I've already primed my face, so we're gonna let's use something different. I don't know. I really like this foundation. We're just gonna use this, okay? So what about you guys? Oh, let me get into something else first. So the giveaway that I'm doing is going to go until tomorrow, which is Monday. Oh my gosh, I've lost my days. What the heck is it? Monday the 23rd. So tomorrow I will be selecting the winner of my giveaway. I've added more things to the giveaway, which I will show once I've selected the winner. Just random things that I have not used, that are not old or expired, that are just things that I think someone else would get more use out of than I have. Because I obviously haven't gotten use out of them at all, because I haven't used them. So I just figured, you know what, why not just, I've read the comments, I've seen what you guys are saying, what some of you have said about, not having any makeup and really wanting to get into it. And I can empathize with that. Like I was at a point in life when I couldn't really afford it. Anything really, like, other than, I think the most expensive thing I was able to ever afford when I was younger was MAC. And that was a stretch to my pocket. Like, when I was filming back in the day, I would buy a lot of MAC, and I really probably couldn't even afford to do that. I just really wanted to do YouTube. I really wanted to have a following, and I noticed that the most watched videos back then were hauls, and it didn't matter of what. I remember I went to Dillard's, or no, Nordstrom, and I did a haul. Okay, I think I'm good on foundation. I'm over here just adding it just because it's on my hand. On some Juicy Couture bags, because those were like all the rage back then. And I remember I got them on sale because they were all like on the clearance rack, and I did a haul on those, and that video has the most views I've ever gotten, which is like 200 and something thousand. I think, I don't remember correctly the exact amount, but it has the most views I've ever had. And I could barely even afford to buy those bags, but the only reason I was able to is because they were on clearance. And, you know, it was just stupid. I was young and I was trying really hard to be, you know, recognized in the YouTube community back then. And people wanted to see the new things that were coming out. I mean, and I remember being really mad because Mac would drop stuff like every freaking week. I don't think that they're as bad anymore, but to be honest, I don't know because I don't really buy Mac as much anymore, which is funny to say because I bought some Mac. I bought some mineralized skin finish, but I bought it because it was on sale for the 21 Days of Beauty from Ulta. But I don't really follow them as closely as I used to back in the day, which, like, as soon as something dropped from them back then, oh, I was at the store. I mean, they knew me and they knew I would be there. Like, they knew Veronica's coming to get whatever it is, because it didn't matter what it was. I was going to pick up something from the launch, which is so ridiculous because I wasn't buying things because I liked them. I was buying things because I wanted to review them. And that's how you got views back then. Which, I mean, to be honest, I think it's still sort of that way. People want to see the latest things and what your opinion is on them before they spend their money. And I've been there, believe me. Like, I still do that. I watch some of the bigger YouTubers on things that are really not something I would normally buy, just to see like how it looks, how it swatches and that kind of stuff, because the pictures sometimes aren't the same as, you know, the pictures on like Instagram, or the pictures that they put out, the brand puts out, aren't usually the same as what they actually look like and how they go on, and, you know, and that's really sucky. And then there's sometimes you can watch YouTubers and they use too many filters, so you can't even tell what the heck it looked like. It looks gorgeous because they're using a filter, which I really think it should stop, because I've watched, so I will say, so I watched Tati Westbrook's like foundation reviews, for instance. And she'll be talking about how, oh, she doesn't really know how she feels about it. It just doesn't really look good. And from my point of view, I'm looking at it and I'm like, but it looks absolutely flawless. What do you mean you don't like it? Like, what don't you like about it? Because it looks perfect because you have like a super filter on your camera. And so you're telling us it looks like this, this, and this, but what we see is a completely flawless complexion. So it's kind of like, I don't understand, you know? So I feel like if people didn't use filters on their videos, they'd be easier to be believed. Because sometimes I'm like, well, are you just saying you don't like, not her, but just in particular, like anybody, when I feel like it looks good on them and they're saying they don't like it, because they're using a filter and you can't really tell, I'm thinking to myself, like, are you saying you don't like it because you can't really be like, oh, I like everything? Or are you saying you don't like it because you really don't like it? Like, it's hard to differentiate what's true and what's not, because, I mean, if it looks good to all of us, we don't see what you're seeing. And that kind of like, you know, defeats the purpose of the whole review. Yeah, it defeats the purpose of the whole review, because if we can't tell, if we can't see what you're seeing about the things that you dislike about whatever product is you're using, then how are we supposed to know that we're not going to like it? So for the bronzer, we're going to use this Pixie by Petra. Just one of these bronzers in here, and I'm going to use my Royal Inlay Nichols brush if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Yeah, so what are you guys doing to keep your children entertained while stuck inside the house? Because I think that we're getting a little bored, to be honest. So I'm not taking any clients until this is over with, especially because the clients I'm around I'm touching them. I'm holding their hand. I'm touching their, their arms, because I give a hand massage with every, and an arm massage with every service. And so I just need to kind of like, I don't want to get something and then bring it home to my kids. And it doesn't even have to necessarily be coronavirus. I have been sick. And then a cough comes on. And I just don't want to get anyone else in my home sick because, like I said, we have an immune compromised baby and we just want to stay nice and healthy here. So I'm home with them until we figure out what is going on with everything because this is really scary. But yes, I want to kind of be able to keep them entertained and not bored and not constantly staring at a TV because I feel like that's what's happening. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of this mineralized skin finish in golden medium. I haven't used this stuff in so long. I feel like I stopped because it always made me look so cakey. But I was also using it and I didn't really know how. I was using it almost with I was using it with a super dense brush and packing it on, and it's not necessary. This has a lot of coverage, which I really like about this powder. You can use this as a foundation. Oh, I like this. You can use this as a foundation if you like really light coverage, or you can use it with a dense brush and it'll give you a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and spray with my fix and forget it, but I dropped it, so I'll be right back. All right. Nice and sprayed. I really like how this made my skin look. So the issue I've been having lately is I feel like my foundations haven't been covering my freckles. And not that I hate my freckles, because I don't have a whole lot of them to hate them, but I like a more even complexion when I'm actually wearing foundation. I want it to look like I have a, even complexion. And my freckles on top of the vitiligo like aren't being covered. And so that's kind of why I wanted the mineralized skin finish, so it could just add that little bit of extra coverage without having to pile on a bunch of foundation, because I really hate, sorry, I'm trying not to use that word so much. I really dislike the feeling of a lot of foundation on my skin. I feel like my face is heavy, if you guys know what I mean. And so powder to me doesn't seem to feel that way. So you have to imagine I have 2 young children, which are 5 and 15 months, and then I have a 17-year-old and a 16-year-old all at home. Oh, it's been a joy. A joy. No, I'm just kidding. It really hasn't been that bad. My girls are really, really helpful with the boys, and I kind of, so I'm a Cancer. I'm a homebody. I'm an introvert through and through. So this to me isn't really bothersome to be home. The part that kind of scares me, and I will be perfectly honest, is that I'm going to get used to this and get really like to the point where I'm like a hermit and get some kind of agoraphobia and not allow anyone to leave my house because, like, where are you going? Because I feel like these last couple of days we've been in almost like a bubble, right? Like, it's just us. We go out to get the things that we need, but it's like a ghost town outside. Like, there's literally no people. I mean, there is people out, but it's very weird. I've never seen anything like this in my entire life, honestly, where the city has completely almost shut itself down. Everything is closed as far as clothing stores. Sephora's. I think Ulta's are now closed. And it's just, I've never in my years witnessed something like this where sickness has shut down the city. So it's scary, you know? I mean, it's like, what are we supposed to do? I'm just glad that the stores that are, you know, allowed to remain open are ones that are necessities, like grocery stores and pharmacies. We have a whole bunch of toilet paper already. Everyone's like, oh, I don't know why people are stealing not stealing toilet paper, but hoarding toilet paper and all of this. I do. I get it. It's like, if you have a huge family and you guys are all going through toilet paper and you're trapped inside your house for 30 days, what are you going to do if you run out? Like, literally, like, you have to jump in the shower every time you go to the bathroom? Or, I mean, it just, I get it. I do. I don't get why people are taking more than they need. Like, there's people that are like literally hoarding it and then selling it. Like, that's ridiculous. And you should be ashamed of yourself if you're doing things like that, because we literally, the only reason why we have some is because we had someone bring us a case, literally a case of toilet paper, a big humongous box I can't even carry. It's only 1 ply though. So it's like, come on. But it's toilet paper, so I'm not complaining. But they brought us that like months ago. We've had that in our garage, and I was like, I remember when we got it, I was like, oh, like, why do we need this? This is ridiculous. Like, and I put it in the garage because I was like, well, for one, we don't use 1 ply. Like, we use 2 ply. Hello. And so we never used it. And then when this started to go down, I was like, oh, I'm not going to be one of these people that goes and completely stocks up and like is getting more toilet paper than I need. And so I didn't. And then when I finally needed some, like, because we actually needed toilet paper, there was none. I was shocked. I literally have never seen the stores like this. I live in I live in a big city, but I live in a small town in the city. So, like, we live about 15-20 minutes away from downtown Salt Lake City. And so where we are at, we shop at the same stores all the time, and we see the same people all the time. So they know us. So I went in and I was talking to the girl that works at, or the manager of Family Dollar that's right down the street from us. Is where I get everything. And I asked her, like, where's the freaking toilet paper? Like, when do you guys get your shipments? And she said, we get our shipments in at 8 o'clock in the morning, and people are already lined up at our door waiting. She's like, we've limited everyone to 1 thing of toilet paper. And they're still like flying off of our shelves. We can't keep them stocked. And so I was like, okay, so then there's like no way for me to get any toilet paper, because I refuse to go stand there at 7:30 in the morning in a line for toilet paper, when we can just use our 1 ply. But then it was water, and we always carry water in our house. And I'm like, are you serious? Oh, back to the toilet paper thing though. Sorry, I'm gonna apply more of this because the fact that I applied more powder is making me feel really kind of dry. But I do want to apply a little bit more, but I wanted to do my Charlotte Tilbury powder, but I cannot find it. Where did I put it? Okay, so she was also telling me that, so across from the Family Dollar is a grocery store, a small little grocery store. I think it's just a local to Utah. It's called Grwm's. She was telling me that there was a riot across the street for toilet paper when the truck came. I was like, you have to be kidding me. Then about maybe 3 minutes the opposite direction, there's a Walmart, a super Walmart. We aren't closed in to where we don't have a lot of stores around us. So there's a super Walmart, and then there's a Winco, and there's just all these grocery stores. So we are well surrounded by stores. At the Walmart, someone was coming out of the Walmart with their toilet paper, and somebody stabbed them and stole their toilet paper. I was like, you have to be kidding me. Like, who does that? I was in, like, I was like, wait, just right here? Like, we don't live in like a bad area. So I was stunned. I just didn't know even what to say. We're going to use this palette today. I have had this, the Huda Beauty retrograde palette, and I have not used it. It looks like I have because my daughter has used it. I haven't really done much with this, but I do want to just kind of play around with it. You guys got me out of my comfort zone, and so I'm gonna run with it. So yeah, she was telling me that, and I was just like, you have to be kidding me. And then I'm like, okay, well, I'm here to get wipes, not for me, not for my family. I mean, not for my, to use as toilet paper, for my son. He's still in diapers. He's 15 months old. He does not know how to use the toilet. And she says, sorry, we're limiting everyone to 1 pack of wipes, meaning one of these, just one. You cannot buy a box that they normally come in. So they had opened them and removed them from their box and began to sell them individually. I almost fought her. I was so mad, and I was like, okay. And I thought I could talk my way into a box, because I told her, I said, listen, I don't buy these for me. I don't buy these for my children, like my daughters, or us to use as toilet paper because you don't have any toilet paper. I'm buying these because my son is in diapers and I need baby wipes. And I could see if I had been in here buying case after case after case of baby wipes, and you've seen me, and now you're like, okay, come on, lady. Like, we know you only have one infant, and you're over here hoarding the baby wipes. I hadn't been in, that's where I buy my wipes. And I hadn't been in there to buy anything at all. And I was like, so why can't you just sell me a box of baby wipes? Like, I need them for my son. And she's like, sorry. And she takes what I had away from me. Literally took it from me and was like, I can't sell you these. Like, other people need them too. We have to make sure that there's enough for everybody. And I'm like, dude, do you know that I will go through this pack of wipes in less than 3 days? Like, this isn't funny. Like, what are you doing? And I was pissed. I was pissed. And fortunately, we went to stock up on some groceries, and the Walmart we went to one far away from our house, because the one by our house has nothing in stock, nothing. And so we found a lot of groceries, not really everything that we needed because everything was gone, but a case of diapers came in, and we're looking at it, and we needed diapers. So we grabbed like 3 cases of diapers because we cannot run out of those. Like, what are we supposed to do? Wrap our son in a cloth? And so we see those, and we grab some diapers, and then we go down the wipe aisle, and it's empty. And I'm just like, oh, great. And then there's this other family that doesn't speak English, that I could hear what they were saying because I speak Spanish fluently. And they were panicking. They were like, well, what are we supposed to do? They couldn't find the formula that their son needed. It was all gone. And they could not find baby wipes. And at the very bottom, okay, so I went to Walmart with 4 guys and me to grocery shop. We took 4 guys. That way we could all fill up our carts, because we were all going to make sure that we were fully stocked and loaded, because I was not going to do this again. At least not until I had to. So we were becoming those people. We're here we're here for business. Because of the fact that we have such a big family, we were starting to panic when we weren't before, because I didn't think there was any reason to. I heard the president say, everything's going to be fine, don't panic buy. And so we weren't panic buying. We were chilling, waiting for whatever this was to pass. And then I remember going to Walmart. I like that. Looks pretty. I remember going to Walmart because, okay, I don't watch the news a lot, to be honest. So all the information I was gathering was from Facebook. So I remember that was the last thing I had heard was, do not panic buy, everything's going to be okay. You know, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, all right. That was kind of the last I had heard. And then I get to Walmart, and sorry, I'm ranting a lot, but this is a get ready with me and talk. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, that's okay. I understand. So I usually place my order online, and then I pick up my groceries. I just pull up and pick up my stuff. I don't like going into Walmart even before all of this happened. It's just such a hassle. The lines are always super long. I don't know why they have so many registers when they only like have 3 employees at a time working at them. And so it's just easier for me to do that with kids. And I can just go through the website and pick everything I want, and then just pull up and grab my groceries and go. So it wasn't letting me do that. It wasn't letting me add my typical normal things that I normally add to my cart. It kept saying they were out of stock. And I thought, well, all this stuff can't be gone. Like, are you serious? So I thought, okay, screw it. I'm just going to go there and check it out for myself. And I had never seen Walmart like that before in my life. There was nothing. The aisles that had canned foods were empty. The aisles that had like cup of noodles and ramen were empty. The toilet paper and the water were gone. And I was just kind of like, he said not to panic buy, but I'm panicking now because I can't buy anything that I normally would need just for a regular day. And so I kind of started to freak out a little bit, and I was just like, okay, what's happening here? Like, is this worse than they're saying? They're telling us not to panic buy, but I'm seeing everyone panic buy. And this is scary, you know? So we were definitely going to start getting our ish together and buying what we needed, because we are a family of 6 here. And at the same time, we have a lot of family that would not be able to afford to stock up like that. And so we wanted to be able to have enough groceries where we could feed our family for a month, as well as any family members that needed to come over. And when I went to Walmart, I was like, that's going to be damn near impossible, because there's no food. There's nothing here. And as I went in with this color on the bottom, it kind of lost its color a little bit. It got kind of darker. Hopefully it doesn't look ridiculous once I'm done with my eyes. I'm getting bold and daring because I have nothing to do or nowhere to go. So I'm like, screw it. Why not? I have some glitter in my eye. Okay, yeah, I don't like that. Let's get this off somehow. So yeah, I think that for us, you know, that actually like didn't want to be out there running the streets buying up every last roll of toilet paper and purchasing things on a whim, just, you know, because we didn't want to not have stuff. We fell behind and we didn't get everything that we needed. And so that was kind of scary until we went to that Walmart and we, like, 4 guys deep, and we got everything that we possibly could get, besides paper towels and toilet paper. That stuff was not available still, but we were able to get water, and we were able to get canned goods and everything that my son would need. Oh, but going back to the wipes thing, so we found that pallet full of wipes that people had not gotten into yet. And there was that family that was looking for wipes, and they just gave up and kind of walked away. Well, one of the guys that I was with at the Walmart found at the very bottom of that pallet was like 6 cases of wipes. We took 2. We were not greedy. And we went and found that family, and we brought them back, and we told them, like, there's wipes here. And so they were like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. We've been to like 5 different stores and nobody has any. And then they looked at us and they're like, well, we can't find our formula. And I'm like, hey, we don't work here. We're just trying to help you out. We found wipes, but we don't work here. And, you know, sorry, like, I best of luck to you, man. I gave you what we could find, and that was wipes. Fortunately, my son just drinks regular milk now because he's past 1 year old. So, yeah, so it's been insane, to say the least, to try to keep kids entertained, shelves in our house stocked, and not leave. And we have kind of built this little cocoon around our house. We had another aftershock this morning. Crazy. And it was one where I actually thought an earthquake was happening again. It lasted a few seconds, and so I was like, okay, is this an earthquake? Because it's not stopping. And like I said in my previous video, you can hear the rumble before the shaking, and it rumbled, and then all of a sudden the house started to shake again. And I was like, oh my gosh, how long is this going to go on for? We had one yesterday morning, and that one was actually harder than the one this morning, but it was still hard enough where it kind of startled me. I was like, this might be the big one. Because Utah, if you don't know, and a lot of people don't know about Utah, we are on a fault line. So we are due. I mean, I don't know if this is the one we were due for, the 5.7, but they're saying we are due for a earth-shattering, life-changing earthquake. And that it's coming, and that it's coming soon. And that is scary. And I'm hoping that this one we just had was the one that they say. What do you think in there? Yeah. So that's been my experience with this whole situation. Oh, and then, you know, after Corona, you know, when people finally started figuring out, okay, this is worse than the president is saying, like he's down talking it, then we're hit with an earthquake. Of all things, an earthquake. Literally, could you imagine? You're panicking already over a sickness, and then boom, you're hit with an earthquake. I was like, you have to be kidding me. The world's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. I think I was reading that locusts hit like Africa, and that's in the Bible. I mean, I don't know how, you know, religious you guys are. I'm not super religious, but I was raised Catholic. And that is in the Bible that, you know, God sent down all of these things to kind of open our eyes, which one was locust, and a world, then an illness, and then an earthquake or something like that. How scary is that? like freaking terrifying, if you ask me. I'm not liking this teal underneath my eyes. I think I should have went with like a purple. But whatever, it's fine. I mean, maybe I would have liked it if I would have went with something a little deeper. But it kind of is like looking like a blue, black, not really a teal. How has life been on your guys' end? Like, have you guys experienced the same things that I have as far as like being unable to find certain products like toilet paper or paper towels? We ended up going to Home Depot and buying a box of shop towels, which they are literally paper towels in a box. We bought 3 boxes of them and they have 200 in each box, and so we're set for now. Because I cannot clean without paper towels. So yeah. So I think this Mercury retrograde palette's pretty. I'm really enjoying the mascara from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I like this way more than the Fenty. I think that the Fenty formula is fine. I hate the brush. It is so annoying. I really appreciate the ones of you guys that have shared my videos and like are helping me try to they're helping me try to grow. I really appreciate you guys. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers just so I can get monetized, just so I can make a little bit of money back from, you know, the products that I purchase. I mean, these are things I would purchase anyways, so I'm not like crying at night. I'm just wanting to at least recoup a little bit of money, you know, because I love buying makeup to show you guys. But if I'm not going to be working, that's going to be a whole different thing. But I have plenty of makeup. I mean, plenty to show you guys looks for years. So yes, it has been like a challenge to get to 1,000. I mean, I hope I get there soon and that they'll monetize me so I can make a little bit of pennies off of my videos. I don't get a lot of views, so it's not like I'll be making a whole lot of money, but because you get paid by views, you know, if people aren't watching your videos, they're not going to pay you. But yeah, I need a little bit more blush. I'm used to a little bit more than this. Why did I use it? I love this palette. This is really pretty. The blushes in here are gorgeous. And this isn't like super expensive. I think it was like $20 and you get 9 colors. Bronze, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bronzers, 2 blushes, and 3 highlighters. Yeah, so I think I'm going to look into another palette and see how I can kind of bring out my bottom lash a little bit more. I should have bought more of the Fenty liners because they have some colored ones that I should have picked up, but I didn't. Now I'd have to order them if I want them. I don't want to do that. Okay, so maybe if I just go in with a little bit more of this color. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Okay, that was the right move. And I could stick with the same palette. Oh my gosh, look how pretty that is. I love it. Okay. You guys have literally pulled me out of my box, like by my hair, but at least you pulled me out of my box, even if it was by my hair. I love this look. Let's add some lashes. Why not? Freaking crap. We're not doing anything else today. Life is boring as shit. I think it does turn down just a little. Is
that better?
no. Okay, lashes are on. I'm really liking this look. I think it looks really pretty. We're going to do a little bit of gloss by Fenty because I cannot find my ColourPop, which I actually like better than this one. This one, I think I've gotten used to the ColourPop so much that this one now feels sticky to me. Stickier than I'm used to, stickier than I remember it being. Okay, guys, so this is the final look. I know that I have a really bad habit of starting a conversation about something and then I forget and I move on. I'm trying to stop doing that. So if I did that in this video, I'm so sorry. I completely forgot. I don't remember if I like left off anywhere and didn't continue. I'm really enjoying this Mercury retrograde palette. I think that this look turned out really, really pretty. It is definitely far out of my box as well. I don't hardly ever use blues or turquoise or ever. I don't ever use them. I can't even say hardly ever. I never use them. And I think that this actually looks really nice. My stay home look, you know, looking fire for the kitchen. Okay, guys, so yes, again, I will reiterate that the giveaway is going to be going on until tomorrow, the end of tomorrow. I will pick my winner and then I will announce the winner on Tuesday after I've already contacted the winner and let you guys know. So good luck. I'm going to be doing it old-fashioned style. I'm going to just write all of your guys' Instagram names on a piece of paper, put them in a bowl, and have my daughter pick, and that person will win. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, a wonderful rest of your upcoming week, and a marvelous month. Stay healthy, stay sane, and I hope to see you guys here again soon. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, please, to help me get to at least 1,000 so I can start to get monetized. So I can start to recoup a little bit of the money that I put into making videos for you guys. I would greatly appreciate it. If not, that's okay. I'll be good. We'll be good. Videos will still be coming. All right, guys, I will see you in the next one. Bye.